G'day everyone and welcome to the Aussie Cousins Wrestling Show, and here we are going to go through the best and a couple of the worst moments of the month for March 2025. And of course, if you love wrestling just as much as us, please help out us Aussies and hit that subscribe button and like the video so this gets sent out to more people. But with all that being said, let's get into it. So we're going to start off with a couple of honourable mentions, and up first is the promo that just happened in the Raw on the 31st of March in London, and that was between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. What do you think of this?
It was good, not great. There was a few situations where they went off topic a little bit and a bit funny to me, but generally good. I think they're starting to maybe run out of things to say to each other a little bit as it's been drawn out, but it was still good.
Yeah, and I think the actual moment itself was fantastic.
Yeah.
The crowd got well involved. It's just more some of the content that was actually said, like, why is there a dick joke involved? That didn't seem like it was necessary. A couple of references to previous regime in WWE, which I just hate and just shouldn't happen anymore. But outside that, it was just a fantastic moment. Not quite making our top 5.
Another one I mentioned is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, this match was really good. Yeah. It was just a fantastic moment for the two of them in Toronto. Interesting that they didn't do it at Mania. I think a lot of people were thinking that it would either be Kevin and Sami or Kevin and Randy. Clearly, they've gone with Kevin and Randy at Mania. I imagine Sami Zayn somehow comes back and gets himself involved. Maybe in a finish or in the lead up. I don't know. But Sami doesn't have a match at WrestleMania, which is a travesty, so he's got to get himself involved in some way.
Does Sami turn against Randy?
Well...
You know, because
he
seemed to look over when KO and Cody had the match.
Yeah.
Where he powerbombed him through the ladder.
Yeah.
And Sami did go to KO more than he went to Cody. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, so
and
maybe...
if you saw, when in the lead up to all this, Kevin Owens was wearing the Sami Zayn Forever shirt, which is Sami Zayn's heel shirt.
That's right.
So I think there may be some sort of foreshadowing there. If it is, that would be awesome. But, I mean, Sami Zayn could be the most popular babyface in the entire roster. So, either way it happens, I'm sure they've got something great planned. Just a couple more honourable mentions quickly. And the Seth and CM Punk cage match in Madison Square Garden. Look, it was good, not great. I think the finisher spam kind of took a bit out of it to me. Pretty decent finish with Roman Reigns coming in out of nowhere. Just holy crap, Seth Rollins has just been destroyed. So we have that as an honorable mention. And then the Seth, Punk and Roman promo exchange where they went and found out that they were in the main event for WrestleMania. We have that not quite in the top 5.
Yeah, I love the cage match. It was great. It just summed up as well. Roman coming out, the crowd reaction was incredible, another level. Just good to see. And the promo was brilliant. One of the best promos I've seen for a long time. And how Roman was just being the little bro and deliberately just upselling everybody around. It was great.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you mean little broing Seth Rollins and then little broing CM Punk. Oh, look here, you got your WrestleMania main event. Well done, kind of thing. So, yeah, it was good. But our 5 moments, I think, are better than it. And at number 5, we are going with the Street Profits win the WWE Tag Team Championships. They did it. Now, we had this as a WrestleMania disaster if the Street Profits did not have a match for a title at WrestleMania, or if they weren't involved at WrestleMania at all. We also had them as a tag team that needed to win a title in 2025. It has been 4 years since they won one. What a moment that was for the two of them.
Yeah, it was quite... Even I got emotional the night they won it as well, to be honest, because I was actually screaming at my house watching. It was great. I would have loved to have seen him win at WrestleMania. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. As long as they have someone they face at WrestleMania, no matter what stipulation, I still think they deserve the shot.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a 4-way match, probably a ladder match.
What they normally do.
So tag team matches, ladder matches and WrestleMania, they seem to go hand in hand lately. And I think it'll be really, really good with the tag teams that they've got on Smackdown.
Number 4, Io Sky wins the Women's World Championship. It's amazing. A bit of a shock for me personally. Normally these don't change hands that often on weekly shows, but the way they did it was great, involving Bianca. The whole thing's really good. I think Io deserves it. Interesting to see if she holds it at Mania. I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I just love the way that finished too. So you have Rhea Ripley going for the Avalanche Riptide, which no one has ever kicked out of before, and then starts jaw-jacking with Bianca, which led Io Sky to get her moment of getting that Hurricane Rana off the top, which looked fantastic.
Yes, it did.
And then the over the moonsault for the 1, 2, 3. So this is just a really, really good moment. And they're going to have a fantastic three-way match at Mania for sure. And number 3, we have Gunther decimating Jimmy Uso. So this just happened, and oh my word, this was incredible viewing. Hard to watch, but in the best kind of way. So obviously Jimmy Uso and Gunther are having a match in London on the 31st of March episode of Raw, and Gunther ends up beating Jimmy and then just keeps him down with the sleeper hold, and then Jay comes out for the save. And then as Gunther has scarpered to the crowd, he knocks him down, ties Jey Uso up in the ropes, and then just makes him watch as he destroys his twin brother. Blood everywhere. Gunther rubbing it all over his body, just making him look like the most incredible heel you've ever seen in your life. This is just unbelievable. A great way to build a huge match.
It was going back to the 90s Attitude Era, where there was just blood, insane, emotional sort of scenes. Yeah, it was actually quite awkward to watch for Jimmy, because you actually felt for Jimmy that he was actually getting beaten to a pulp, and it looked quite serious for a while there. But yeah, great scene. Definitely turn back time, to be honest. Yeah. And now number 2, Jade destroying Naomi and Bianca winning the Elimination Chamber. Putting 2 together here. Nobody expected Jade to come out, and then she did, and when she did, everyone thought she was going to attack Liv.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden she turns to Naomi and absolutely destroys her, and slamming her head onto the actual opening of the cage.
Yeah.
It was amazing in a really awkward way to watch, but it proved then. And then Bianca win the chamber, going through what she went through emotionally, mentally, watching that happening, couldn't get out. You could see the trauma in her. To win it was something that I think really well done and really worked.
Yeah, the Naomi and Jade Cargill build is probably for me one of the best so far in the WrestleMania. And it hasn't actually been signed for WrestleMania yet, so please make it on WrestleMania. So Naomi doing this heel turn now, just wonderful. She is perfect for this kind of thing. And the Bianca and Naomi segment, where Naomi finally admits that she was the one that attacked Jade Cargill, was captivating. It was just so well done. And finally, number 1, and it couldn't be anything else but the John Cena heel turn at Elimination Chamber. Wow, what a moment. Some people have said, oh, I called it before the event. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You may have gone, yeah, I think John Cena might be willing to sell his soul. Yeah, sure. You didn't call what actually happened. This was unbelievable. The Rock doing some weird thing with his jaw. I don't know what. I don't know where he thinks his throat is. And then John Cena's facial expression to be all happy John, and then just completely get dead serious and destroy Cody Rhodes. Wonderful.
What I like the analysis was John Cena became a very disappointed dad with his son playing or daughter playing sport. All of a sudden, like he just lost something. It was brilliant. For people that have watched John Cena through their life, we never thought this would happen. Even though everyone wanted it to happen, we never thought, if you called it, you're a liar, because nobody in their right mind could call this, and the way it was done. Okay,
and let's move on to a couple of the worst moments of the month. So, first off, we have to discuss the Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair sit-down interview. This was difficult to watch in a completely different way. Now, I want to know, Mike, do you think Charlotte Flair went into business for herself here?
After watching it, I thought about it, and yeah, she has. And now I'm a little bit worried moving forward what's going to happen with this storyline. I just hope that it doesn't continue to be Charlotte looking out for herself. You can even see Tiffany's frustration, how it was going sometimes with her facial expressions, which proved that she thought this was going off script and not how it was meant to be. It was a train wreck.
So from what I've seen from some of the reports behind it is that it appears Charlotte Flair knew what Tiffany Stratton was going to say beforehand, but Tiffany Stratton wasn't aware of what Charlotte was going to say beforehand. So therefore, Charlotte Flair could just immediately come back at her with things that Tiffany had no idea what she was going to talk about. To me, that's just not how you do business. Whether that's someone in the writing team that's done that for Charlotte Flair, or whether she's done that herself, I'm not sure. But it just was not good. I do like what Tiffany did a week later, in that she came out and basically said almost the same, that, that's not what was supposed to happen kind of thing. It looks like you're doing business for yourself in a roundabout kind of way. So she has kind of saved it for herself. I hope they give Tiffany plenty to do in the next couple of weeks in the lead up to Mania.
The other worst moments of the month was Jey Uso's match with Austin Theory. What do you think?
Well, it wasn't really a match, was it? It was a crossbody that wasn't anywhere close to a spear, and then all of a sudden Austin Theory goes down for the pinfall, and then a trip on the top rope.
Yeah.
So I do like the fact that they have now fed it into the storyline. I think if you completely ignored it, it would probably be worse if then Jey Uso had another moment that he completely stuffed up and it's like, okay, this is just not going to work now. But then the week later to have the deliberate stumble, and you can say, oh, he stumbled on the advertising. I think that was actually quite smart and probably the only way they could go about it. And the thing is, that has then fed into the Gunther and Jimmy Uso match, which is incredible. Now all of a sudden this build is just back to being on fire once again. Okay, so they were our moments of the month for March 2025. Please let us know in the comments down below if you thought any other moments should have been in that list, or if there's any other moments should have been in the worst moments of the month list as well. Please make sure you like that video, and of course, if you love wrestling just as much as us Aussies, help us out by clicking that subscribe button. And the most important thing, of course, is we all hope that you have a wonderful day.